This is an HLS training video on how to step through your effects frame by frame, viewing them in preview. There's been a couple of people saying that some of the nutcracker their effects they're using, especially scrolling text, is choppy, is not smooth. You need to identify exactly what is going on. Is it the effect, or is it something else that's going on with your computer or your sequence or whatever? Now, this isn't new. This has been here quite a while. I use it quite a bit when I'm debugging, but I'm not quite sure everybody else knows how. So that's what this training video is about. So this happens to be from my view meter training video I gave some time ago. This is a nutcracker effect on top, and these are automatically generated view meter effects. You have to have your preview up, so let's bring our preview up. Now, understand, when Windows, this is a window, the audio is a window, the ruler is a window, this side is a window, and the grid is a window, and obviously the preview is a window. The way Windows works is whichever window on the screen has what's called focus, that is who processes keyboard and mouse keys, okay? So it's important to understand because we're going to be dealing with keyboard keys, and the keyboard keys are being recognized by the grid down here. So this is what needs focus. Now here's a kind of an educational question. See if how good you are. What has focus right now on my screen? Don't know. This has focus. The reason being is the last mouse click was up here to click the preview. That's why it has focus. Okay? So bear in mind, because that'll come important here in just a second. What we're going to do is we want to put a red mark. So you put the cursor on the ruler, you right click, and that's our timing start location. And you want to click SingleStep preview. Now again, this top has had focus. So if I start hitting keyboards, it's not going to work properly. So in order to get the grid focus, I hold my mouse. Don't hit an empty one because you'll start a cell selection and you don't want that. So take an effect, put your mouse cursor on an effect, and just left click anywhere on one of these. That gives that grid focus. Okay? Now what we want to do is we want to start the preview frame by frame at the red mark. So you hit the 0 key. The 0 says I am beginning my single step operation and I will start at the red mark. So 0 is what you first hit to position yourself at the red marker. 9 takes you 1 frame forward. 8 takes you 1 frame back. So I'm going to hit the 9 key. And as I hit the 9 key, if you look at the preview, you're going to see the view meter is responding. You're also going to see text scrolling across, okay? Now define smoothness of text. Smoothness of text just says that as each frame goes through, the I and you have a sensation that there is an equal movement on pixels frame by frame. Jerky would be one frame would move like 5 pixels and the next frame would move 15. That would be a jerky scroll. But now, so this is scrolling very nicely. This is a nutcracker effect and it's scrolling very nicely. What happens if I hit the 8 key? Well, the 8 goes backwards. And if you notice, we're scrolling backwards. What's being displayed is the leftmost red bar is what's being actively displayed. Now, if we hit the 0 key, we're going to go back to the very beginning of the red mark. So 0 takes you back, 0 to start, then 9 takes you forward. So this training video was put in largely so if you're having a problem with any of the big effects, whether it's a PNG file, a nutcracker effect, an HLS effect, anything that's kind of more complex than the simple ones you draw on the grid, where you don't see a lot of detail. But in order to troubleshoot it, you want to look at it frame by frame. This is the process. Bring up a preview, click SingleStep, make sure you have a red timing mark, make sure you have focus in this grid by clicking on one of the effects, hit the 0 key to begin, and then click the 9 and the 8 key to move forward and backwards. I hope this training video will help you troubleshoot any issues you have with complex effects. Enjoy.